Hello, everybody. Hope you all are doing all right on this beautiful Sunday. So, this video is me talking about completing a 14-day detox, just juice, smoothies, and water. That was all I consumed for 14 days. So, first thing, because I already did like one or two videos prior, it ended up being 13 days. I had got my days a little mixed up. So it ended up being 13 days because I completed it, or at least I wrote it down for January 14th. So I went from January 2nd to January 14th. I don't know how I came off by one day. But anyway, it's done. There were a few things that I learned about myself and one or two things that I wanted to implement into my life after this detox. So all in all, I'm glad I did it. I feel like I want to do this every quarter or twice a year. I haven't decided. I feel physically, I feel light. My tummy, my gut, the whole nine feels much better. I have now been eating solid foods from the 15th up until the 22nd, and I haven't had any issues. My bowel movements, I mean TMI if anybody's disturbed by that, but very regular. I probably go once, but lately twice a day before I leave and when I get home. And I've never been that regular with bowel movements ever in my life. So I know that like I'm processing what I'm eating. It is exiting within a 24-hour or so period, which is really, really good news for me. Because that was one of my issues that I was dealing with prior to the detox, was being so irregular. And if you're eating every day and that stuff is not exiting out in 24 48 hours, it's I feel like it's being backed up, or it's so I was glad to see that change, because that avoids me having to feel like bloating. And there's also a sensation that I call like a bowling ball. I feel like a bowling ball is just sitting in my gut, and I used to deal with that frequently. And so for sure, that was like the biggest change. It was the change in my bowel movements. I'm so glad to be regular. And another thing is physically, like the energy shift. I feel like I'm sleeping better. I'm not quite sleeping longer. I still find myself getting up in the middle of the night, but it is much easier to fall back to sleep. I don't find myself waking in the middle of the night and being like alert for an hour or two that it takes me to go back to sleep prior. And so now I find that it's been a couple of nights where I feel like my body was saying it was time to get up, or like we've laid down long enough, but I would still have 2, 3, 4 hours before I was supposed to get up with my alarm. And I have literally like woken up in the hour between 1 and 5. I'm like, oh, I still got another 2. Oh, I still got another 1. Oh, I still got 45 minutes. But I'm going back to sleep. Like, it's so crazy. And I still wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go. Like, I'm just up getting all my stuff done. And, not procrastinating about getting out of my bed. The energy is just so beautiful in the mornings, getting ready for work. Now it kind of slacks off at work, and I'm going to say this because we're at a really slow period, and when you don't have nothing to do, it makes you tired just sitting there. And so that's when my energy kind of shifts, is during the workday. But it really just comes back like nothing after work. And lately I've been leaving work and going to go see the sunset or go for a walk or try to get in my 75,000, ha ha, 7,500 steps a day. I've implemented that. Last week was so. The week before, while I was doing the detox, I was hitting it. And there was a couple of times I got like 10,000 steps. I was like, okay, Brandy. So that's exciting. I just feel so renewed, so refreshed, and I feel like this is a new beginning for me, and I want to take care of my body, take care of my spirit, and just do it right. So I don't have to go back to feeling because of the stuff that I'm eating. And I haven't had one cookie or chip. I haven't even looked at them in the store. I might have looked at them, but like I didn't even have the urge to pick them up, and it's so awesome. So then I was like, okay, let me look at some healthy stuff and see. Ooh, I just like, let me look at some healthy stuff and look at some healthy recipes. And because I'm not really trying to adopt a vegan lifestyle or anything like that. I'm really not, even though I'm still eating mostly produce. So past the detox, when I was ready to, when I had chicken tacos was my first meal after the detox. They were so good. But when it comes to meals, I've also realized that I want to drink at least 8 to 16 ounces of fluids before I eat. And because I typically don't drink anything while I eat, I just focus on my food and that's it. And I've been trying to consciously take sips of water, because I know you need this stuff to help flush all of this stuff down. So that's something else that has been implemented. I mean, I am just having a great time, just like navigating this. I was so nervous about returning to all of the same stuff after this, but I just have no urge to, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that. So typically I fix my lunch for work in the mornings. So far I probably have one like junky food, and that's boiled peanuts, but I in the can. But I do rinse them off because they are salty all by themselves. But I rinsed them off for a long time. But I love boiled peanuts, and so boiled peanuts I would probably consider that a little junky, only because they're really salty. But they're not as salty if you rinse them off. So I would take about a half a can of those. And I've been taking 2 oranges, peeled and sliced, a half a mango. I mixed the mangoes and the oranges together in a bowl. Half a can of boiled peanuts. And then I would take a salad. Last week, I was doing kale, cucumbers, and shaved carrots. I had ate that last week, and I kind of got tired of that. So then I went down to just cucumbers and carrots, and then I went down to just cucumbers. But I feel like I'm doing good. I didn't buy any more store Italian dressing. I made some, and basically for me, it's just for me, it's just some olive oil, some red wine vinegar, some Italian seasoning, and a little salt, a little pepper, sea salt, a little pepper. Shake it up, bada bing, bada boom. And I was using that with my salads. And what else was I taking? Oh, 1 apple and a bag of pistachios. And I might include a few saltine crackers. Only because I just like to eat those. They're just good for me. To me, I think. Not good for me. But I only take 5. And that's another thing. It's like, even if I wanted to keep some of my my little staple snacks, it's all in moderation. And of course, in that lunch bag is a 32-ounce mason jar of juice. Last week I did 2. I made 8 jars, 4 being the deluxe orange juice, and 3 being watermelon, lime, and papaya mixed together. I could taste the papaya and the watermelon, lime, papaya juice, and it kind of took away from the watermelon a little bit. That's just my take on it. But I still drank it. But I love watermelon, and so I really want to be able to taste the watermelon and the lime. So I don't know if I would do that again. But yeah. And my favorite juice is watermelon and lime. That is my favorite combination in the whole wide world. Oh my God, it's so good. And I cannot wait until the summertime when we get like the big, juicy watermelon. Man, it's going to be so good. I'm going to be drinking watermelon juice all summer. Like, no lie. Oh my gosh. And spiritually, I feel so much closer to God and just so in tune with the spirit and myself, within myself and around me. And sitting in more nature, getting outside a little bit more to just sit there and meditate or talk to God or just be. I find it's so much easier to turn off all my thoughts when I'm just outside, just being, and it's such a beautiful thing. Emotionally, and I'm so thankful, but it's just been a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, and a lot of peace. And I'm thrilled. Like, I'm just so thrilled with myself in my life right now. And I say that, and I say, and I include, with everything that's going on, because we all got stuff happening that is out of our control. But it's like, even despite that, I will give each situation my attention when needed. But when there is nothing for me to physically give to the situation, it's literally out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. And I get back to being right here in the present, in the moment, and just sitting in front of this window, looking out at the sky, all these big old white clouds, and I'm good. I'm good. I've gotten better with just disconnecting myself from situations, or just acknowledging that when I have done what I can for a situation, I have done my part. Let it go. I don't give it any more thoughts. I don't give it any more worry, and I don't even let it trigger my anxiety, because there's nothing more that I can do than what I have done. So yeah, emotionally I'm good. Spiritually I'm good. Mentally, oh my gosh. So let me just say this. I was just, talking amongst myself the other day, because I was like, I am coming into my second year, with 2022 being the year that I got to find myself and forgive myself and nurture little Brandy and come to a common ground with my overprotective ego. So, 2022 was all about finding myself and getting those things in order, or, getting everything out, all that I was holding. And then this year, I feel like I'm blooming. I've gained my wings and I'm ready to fly. And that ties into doing this detox and feeling the way I do, now and wanting to take my life in a more healthy direction, which includes my mental state being just in a positive space these days. And I'm so, so, so thankful for it. So the other day when I was talking amongst myself, because I was like, man, I feel so good. Like, I feel so happy. I have so much peace. I'm just riding this wave of just like pure joy, you know? And you know how, because I feel like there are like two extremes with sadness and happiness. And you know, sadness and grief can have you feeling so heavy and so like, oh my God, no, just down and weighed down. And you know, you can cry in the feelings of sadness and grief. And then on the other side, you have like extreme happiness and joy and gratitude and peace. And you can cry just from being overwhelmed with the abundance of it. It's just been more than happy for me right now. It's like in the extreme area to where like I feel like it's just going to ooze out of my ears and I can't hold it in, and it's just like, and I have no idea to how to just let it just burst free. Like I feel like I can smile so hard that my face hurts, and it's so crazy. So what I want to do with that is just to find neutral ground. You know, I don't want to be in the extremes of either emotion because it's overwhelming. It's like really overwhelming, and sometimes I feel like I don't know what to do next or how to, you know, get it to just like ease up, because the extreme happiness can feel like a whole lot too. But if I had to choose, of course, I would want the abundance of happiness rather than the abundance of sadness. So, you know, I just make it work. So I feel like, you know, the detox has done a lot. Yeah, it's 17 minutes. The detox has done a lot for me, for my life. And I've even come to a decision about this year, and I am abstaining. Yeah, I am. And I feel so excited. So excited about that. And so happy about that. So yeah. I have no regrets. I will probably do this again. I had said each quarter, but I don't think that's really necessary. And I probably wouldn't do 14 days. 3 to 7. Probably 7. And I had said like once per quarter. I think to go a week fasting once a quarter is not too bad. It's not too bad. But it does make a difference. Yeah, that made a huge difference. And even like self-awareness has just increased tenfold. And it's beautiful and overwhelming, but beautiful. So that's the video. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I was gonna say the weekend, but enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And until next time, see ya.